Our fourth Distinguished Alumni Award recipient is Barbara Tournier. Barbara earned her master's in nurse pediatrics from Gwynedd Mercy in 1993. Her nursing career first began as a psychiatric nurse on the rehabilitation unit at Philadelphia State Hospital, helping schizophrenic patients on their road to recovery, with a goal of preparing them to transition back into society. Wanting to explore the research side of her profession, Barbara later joined Merck Pharmaceutical Company and reported on newly approved drugs to physicians and did so for 7 years. She also worked as a research project manager at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, where she managed and coordinated studies on GI and nutrition as well as neurology. Barbara's time at the Children's Hospital led to her next adventure at the Hospital of the University of Pennsylvania, where she was recruited to coordinate NIH-sponsored studies. All of her hard work and dedication to her research resulted in her receiving the University of Pennsylvania Nursing Excellence Award, as well as being named a finalist for the State of Pennsylvania Nightingale Award in Nursing Research. During this time, Barbara also earned her master's in bioethics from the University of Pennsylvania and was asked to join the hospital's ethics committee. After her resignation from Penn, Barbara served as an adjunct professor at Westchester University, where she taught bioethics and medical ethics to senior pre-med students. Soon after her retirement in May 2017, Westchester announced the creation of the Tournier Ethics Research Award in appreciation of Barbara's overwhelming dedication and commitment to her work. This annual award is designated for students who write exceptional research papers. During these busy years, Barbara was and continues to be dedicated to her family, including her 3 children and her 6 grandchildren, 5 of whom are now taller than she is. Please join me in congratulating Barbara Tournier.
Sometimes I use a stool. I'm just delighted and very surprised when I got the letter announcing this award. I want to thank my family for their great support, especially during my 2 graduate programs. So they were very patient with me. But I want to thank Gwynedd Mercy College and now University for the excellent preparation they gave me through the education to go on into my career and accomplish all that I did. So I'm so grateful to Gwynedd. And there were 2 nurses. Well, first let me tell you, there was a sociology professor here, Dr. David Ruth, and he would look over our thesis as it was finishing, and we were getting close to graduation. And he said to us, you really achieved this. You have your Master's of Science degrees, ready for graduation. You're climbing that clinical ladder. I'm going to ask you to, when you get to that point, turn around and look at the nurses that are just starting their climb on their clinical ladder and see if you can't give them a hand. So I was really touched by that, as was the rest of our class. And I think now that there were 2 nurses who helped me, and both of them are friends of Dean Hollingsworth, so she will recognize them right away. One is Judy Winterhalter, whose husband is here representing her. When I was finishing my Master's of Science program, Judy knew that I was working in the field of clinical research. And she was working, of course, in the Master's of Nursing program with a clinical nurse specialist. And one of their 4 focuses is the world of research. And not many people end up choosing that. So Judy invited me every semester to come to her class to explain the world of research and clinical research. And because I loved it, I was very enthusiastic. So I hope I inspired some of the nursing students to pursue research. The other nurse that was very instrumental in my career is Mimi Mann. Now she's from Penn, but she was a guest lecturer here, so some of you may have listened to some of her outstanding talks that she's given here. When I completed my Master's of Bioethics at Penn, Mimi was a co-chair of the Hospital Ethics Committee, and she asked me if I would like to join, and I said yes, but I had no clue what it was all about. And Mimi really took me under her wing and taught me. And so I didn't have to stumble and learn by making mistakes. So she was very helpful to me. And then when the opportunity came for me for a job position at Westchester University, teaching bioethics, which I had a few years earlier got my master's in, I was excited. And I wanted to apply for the job, and they required a syllabus as part of the interview. And I said, well, I've given individual lectures at Winnet, but I've never outlined a whole course. I don't think I'm prepared for this. And she said, go and try it. And she said, I'll give you my syllabus. And I used that as a basis and added a few things. They hired me, and 11 years later, I retired from there after teaching the pre-med students medical ethics and bioethics. So Mimi and Judy were so instrumental in my careers. So I want to thank them and thank Winnet, and of course thank my family. So I'm really honored with this gift.